All right. Let me catch up to you. This is completely, you get it or you don't. It really is.
That's sad.
It's not really sad.
You get it or you don't.
So here, when you break everything up in half, what do you get? Y. Y?
Negative.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Plus 3, minus 3, or the other way around. So we understand, because of course 5 times 7 is the same thing as 7 times 5, so it doesn't matter which one was first. It's just multiplication. That's really the whole idea. That's it. That's the whole idea. If I put more crap in there, it's just more stuff to cut in half. Ooh. So again, no GCF, 2 terms, minus, they can all be cut in half, bam. I don't care how much stuff there is, it's easy. P squared is P. 36 is 6. Minus plus or plus minus, who cares? Okay, cool. Same thing here, right? No GCF, 2 terms, minus, everything can be cut in half. So then I cut everything in half. 4x squared will be 2x. Minus plus 5. And I know I'm done because nothing else can be done to those. I like it. See, that's number 7. It starts with a higher power. That's the clue that maybe it's going to go more steps. So once I cut it in half, it could actually be cut in half again, maybe. So here, like Shane said here, this will be a lot like the one we just did a minute ago. I currently can't cut 8 in half. What's the square root of 8? Yeah. So what comes out? 8. Thank God. The problem comes out of the way, so I'm left with something that I can do something with. So the 8 comes for the ride. Don't lose the 8, dude. He's done. He just comes for the ride. X squared is x times x. 1 is 1 times 1 minus plus.
What if you don't put like that?
Put what?
Like if you skip that step and just put the answer. What is
Wait, you went straight from here to here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on this one, maybe I can believe that, but you got to show me what you're doing. Yeah. Did you get this answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just skipped it. I didn't think it like that. I was like, okay, just put the 8 out and then turn it up.
Okay. All right. I wouldn't rely on that always happening.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're going to want to show you and me this step.
Oh, okay.
So what about number 5? Any GCF? No. And I just loaded it down a little bit more, but it's still not that loaded. Who cares? 49m squared would be 7m. 7m minus plus. Yeah, 10p. 10p. And neither one of these can be taken any further. So I'm done. What about number 6? Was anybody able to factor that one? That is prime.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's plus.
Oh, yeah.
So it can't be b plus 4, b plus 4. You got a middle term. Yeah. So this one is prime. Sum of squares you can't do. Now, real quick, let me do a 6 star. Let me do a little side note here. If it was this, that is a sum of squares, but there is something I can do. Because what do I always try first?
GCF.
GCF. So don't just say everything is not doable if it's a sum of squares. Maybe there's a number I can take out. But then, of course, I stop. That's all I can do, right? So that's a little side note. That's not number 6. That's 6 star, a little side extra note. Maybe you can do a GCF, but that's it. So number 7, y4 would be y squared, cut it in half. 16 is 4 and 4 minus plus. One of these can go further and one of them can't. The minus one can go further, right? He comes for the ride. Don't lose anybody. It's sort of like if you said 18 is 3 times 6, so 18 is 2 times 3. Yay! Wait, you lost the poor 3 dude. It's got to come for the ride or else it ain't true. So this factors to be what? Y? 2, 2, minus plus, and this is still here. You're just rewriting this whole thing. You're breaking this part up, and this guy can't be broken up. So that's the answer. If you multiply this times this, and then multiply what you got by this, you would end up here. And that's how you check it if you have time. You like it? Now let's talk about exceptionally freaky cubes and how that relates to some weird movie. How many of you guys have seen Pulp Fiction? Anybody seen Pulp Fiction? Anybody not know what I'm talking about? Pulp Fiction.
I don't know.
All right. Shoot. Well, okay. It's not a major deal.
Homework.
Yeah. Don't even. It's a little bit of a rough movie. A little bit. Yeah. There's a part where they accidentally shoot some guy in the head in the back. But so stay away from it. I'm not saying. I don't want to hear from my dean. He told us we had to watch this movie, and it was horrible, and I feel scarred for life. No, I did not tell you to watch the movie. But now, real quick, just to remind you guys, this one only minuses work, and it's related to the fact that I cannot take a square root of a negative number and stay real. But do you guys remember, what's the cube root of 8, for example? 2. Why?
2.
Because it takes 3 2's to multiply by 8. What's the cube root of negative 8? Negative 2. So why do cube roots of negatives work? Because when I have 3 negatives, 2 of them cancel, the answer can be negative. When I square root a number, 2 negatives cancel, it's impossible for it to be negative. So what I'm trying to say is cubes work whether it's sum or difference. They both work. Alright, so you got to stay with me. This is the one that people hate the most because it's the one where you just have to remember the form of things. You can't quite sink your teeth into it as much as you can with squares. You know where everything's coming from. You see it happening. Here it takes a little bit of faith. Let's see. So for example, let's say x cubed plus 8. Now, my first step should be pretty obvious. What was the first step with squares? I cut everything in half. So with cubes, I'm going to cut everything in 3. It's crazy. So x cubed is x times x times x. Is that cool? It's amazing. And 8, like we just said, is 2 times 2 times 2. I like it. Now the first, I'm going to use this wording. I'm going to put a little dude and a big dude. And we'll see why the other dude's got to be big. Like that. That's what I mean. Right? The little dude's going to be very familiar. I'm going to put 1x in there. 1x goes here. So let me see if you guys are cool with just putting this all together. If I put 1x there, how many have to go there?
2.
Yeah, of course. The other 2 have to go there. If I put 1, 2 here.
2, 2.
Yeah, the other 2. 2 times 2, 4. It's got to go there. I like it. This first sign is always going to be the same as that. Now, I'm explaining why this works. It's going to become a little more routine. 2 times what is 8? Positive 4, right? So that last one's always going to be positive. So that sign is here. The last one's always going to be positive. Now, go with me. So everybody see where everything came from so far? And you might be wondering why I left space here. Because you get x cubed, don't you? Yay. And I get plus 8. Yay. But I also get 4x, so I want 4x. Can this be the answer right now? No, because this equals x cubed plus 8 plus 4x plus 2x squared. I get extra shit that I don't want. I really want this to make sense. This cannot possibly be the answer yet. Because when I multiply it, I get this. I don't get that. You guys with me? How do you check if factorization work? You multiply it back out. It's supposed to come back to be what it was. Right now, I don't get what it was. So in the movie Pulp Fiction, when they shoot that poor dude in the head, they call, I think his name was the Wolf, right? Has everybody seen it? And he's the cleanup guy. He comes up and cleans everything up, right? Cleans up, he gets them to clean the blood up and tells them how to clean everything up so nobody knows about it. I'm not suggesting that as a life lesson, but
I clean by myself.
I need a cleanup guy to kill this shit, right? I mean, this is the extra stuff I don't want, right? It's the blood on the back seat. So what's always going to work, what will always work, is this times this, 2x. And since it's the cleanup guy, the sign here has to be the opposite, so it cancels stuff out. Now let's see what I just picked up. When I put that term there, let's see what I just picked up. X times negative 2x is? X times negative 2x is? X times negative 2x is? X times negative 2x is negative 2x squared. Cancel. 2 times negative 2x is?
4x.
Negative 4x. Canceled. So now when I do multiply these together, I do only get this. That was there to kill the extra shit I didn't want. So at the beginning, this makes complete sense. And to me, of course, it makes the whole damn thing make sense. But at the beginning, it makes complete sense. 1, 2. 1, 2. So I end up with 3 of everything. Okay, please, you can't ask for nicer than that. The weird part is this guy. So it's 1 of each, 2 of each, product in the middle. Right? And then there's a little something that I personally don't like too much of this, but I'm semi-okay with this. There's a little acronym here. This same sign. See how that was plus, and so this is plus? Opposite sign. You see that? That's the same sign. That's the opposite sign. This last one's always positive. AP, always positive. So, and I like that because it goes with the whole cleanup idea, right? I love that somebody rolling their eyes at me. I don't care. As long as it sticks in your head, right? So let's do a couple more. This is the one that people really hate because it just feels like there's a lot going on. But the very first step is a lot like squares. And most of you guys seem to agree with me that squares is pretty easy. You cut up into 3 parts. You put 1 part here, 1 part there. The other 2 parts here, the other 2 parts there. The only thing that doesn't follow that pattern is this guy, but we now see why we need this guy. And he's always just, whatever this is, whatever that is, multiply it. And put the opposite sign. So let's try a couple. Let's see, what about, what you got, Jeff? 27m cubed minus, or let's say plus. Was that a plus? Yeah, let's do minus. Minus x cubed, sure. So first step, and the reason I like to actually write it out for myself is so I can keep track of what I've put down so far, so I get everything in there. 27m cubed. Break that up into 3 parts. Yeah, 3m times 3m times 3m. In order to be cubes, it has to be able to be broken into 3 parts. And 27 is 3 through 3. M cubed is m. So 27m cubed is 3m, 3m, 3m. X cubed, of course, is xxx. Then you put little dude, big dude. What's going to go on the little dude? He's just a little dude. So you can only take 1 of each. He's a little tiny dude. Yeah, 1 3m. Good. Minus 1x. So what goes here is going to be, yeah, so it'll be 9m squared. What goes at the end is going to be x squared. So when I do this and this, I do get these, but then the cross terms, they must die. So what do I put right in the middle then? 3mx. And it's going to have to be what sign?
Negative.
Opposite sign, so it can actually clean. It can actually cancel. So whatever this is going to be the opposite sign, 3mx. That's always positive. Oh, students hate this one so much, but I wish one of each, two of each, product in the middle. Closest to a song, that'll get now. Let's do another one. One piece of this problem that tells you it's definitely got to be cubes, because I can cut almost everything in half, right? In which case it would be a sum of squares and I couldn't do shit. But I can also cut everything up into 3 parts. What's 64? Cube root of 64. What times itself 3 times is 64? 4, 4, 4. Okay. A to the 6, cut it into 3 parts. A2, A2, A2. So this first piece would be 4a squared times 4a squared times 4a squared. What about 125? Yeah, 5. And B12? B4, B4, B4. So it'll be 5 B4, 5 B4, 5 before. Alright, so nothing changed. The process almost never changes in mathematics. It's the specific details. There was more shit in here to consider, but the process didn't change. I still cut everything in thirds. So now what's going to go in the little dude?
4a squared plus.
Yeah, one of those. Same sign, I like it. One of those. That product has to go here. So 16a. Who? Fourth. Good. So then you get 64a6, like you're supposed to, right? You kind of check as you go. At the end is going to go what? 25b8. So there's my 5 times 25 is 125. B4, b8 is b12.
It's a positive 25b.
Good. That's always positive. And then the middle dude, it's going to be what sign? Negative. And then you just slam those together like at 20. A squared. B4. Ooh. Real quick, notice how I didn't even try to factor this guy. The big dude will never factor unless there's some GCF you missed. You guys get what I just said? The big dude will never factor unless there's a GCF I missed. Right? And in which case it would probably show up in here. So don't even waste time trying to break this up. Yes,
So
ma'am?
you just squared it, that's the answer right there?
That's it, yeah. So unless there's a GCF, cubes are always one step.
Why would the negative be negative 20?
Because this guy's got to be the cleaner. He's got to cancel the shit I don't want, and this is going to make all the shit I don't want positive. Yeah. So he's got to be minus so he can actually cancel those things out. Another way to look at it, there's always only one minus in the whole problem. It's either here or it's there. There's always only one negative anywhere. It's either there if it's already started off, or it's there so it could be the opposite. Okay, maybe. So people hate this one to understand, but all the parts of it go together. It makes sense together, but it's the one that's got the most parts. So that's why people are going to hate it. I understand that. So now try out the last 3 problems on that below the squares.